Hello friends, my name is Praveen Burji. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video I am going to explain the proof of the general form of the sphere and the examples related to this. Also we will see the conditions and rules to solve the examples. So without delay, let's get started. Let us see the general form of the sphere. In this case, you have to show that the equation of the sphere x square plus y square plus z square plus 2ux plus 2vy plus 2wz plus d is equal to 0. This equation represents a sphere. Also, we have to find the center and radius. If you get the center and radius for this above equation, then we can say that the given equation represents a sphere. Let the given equation be x square plus y square plus z square plus 2ux plus 2vy plus 2wz plus d is equal to 0. Now you have to transpose this d to the right hand side. It will be replaced by minus d. Also collect the term containing x in one bracket, the term containing y in another bracket, and similarly the term containing z in another bracket. We get, if we collect the term containing x, means x square and 2ux, that is x square plus 2ux in one bracket. Now we have to collect the term containing y, means y square and 2vy in second bracket. So we can write it as y square plus 2vy, and at last you have to collect the term containing z. The term containing z are z square plus 2wz. And you have to transpose this d to the right hand side. You will get minus d. If we see the first bracket, the term containing u square is absent. If you add u square, you will get x square plus 2ux plus u square. So it is a complete square. We can write it as x plus u whole square. So to make a perfect square, you have to add u square to the first bracket. Similarly, to the second bracket, you have to add v square, and to the third bracket, we have to add w square, so that you will get, adding u square plus v square plus w square to both sides. To both sides, we get that is x square plus 2ux plus u square on adding u square. Similarly, to the second bracket we have to add v square, means you will get y square plus 2vy plus v square. To the second bracket we have to add v square, and to the third bracket we have to add w square, so that we get z square plus 2wz plus w square. Similarly, you have to add to the right hand side. At that time you will get u square plus v square plus w square, and write down this minus d as it is, that is minus d. If you see the first bracket is a complete square. We can write it as x plus u whole square. Similarly, the second bracket we can write it as y plus v whole square. And the third bracket we can write it as z plus w whole square. And the right hand side, u square plus v square plus w square minus d. We can also write it as square root of u square plus v square plus w square minus d bracket square. So root square means root get cancels. This is an adjustment. Now here this plus sign we can write it as minus into minus. Similarly, in the second bracket also we can write it as minus into minus, that is plus, and in third bracket also plus sign can be written as minus into minus. Then the first bracket we can write it as x, this plus sign we can write it as minus into minus u, that is plus u whole square. Similarly, the second one we can write it as y minus into minus v. Minus into minus v is plus v, so it is y plus v whole square. And the last one we can write it as z minus into minus w whole square. And right hand side we have square root of u square plus v square plus w square minus d bracket square. This equation is in the form of central, that is, we know that the central form is x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square plus z minus c whole square is equal to r square. So if you compare with this central form, in place of a we have minus u, in place of b we have minus v, and in place of c we have minus w, and in place of r we have square root of u square plus v square plus w square minus d. So on comparing with central form of the sphere, we get the value of a is equal to minus u, b is equal to minus v, and c is equal to minus W, and the value of R is equal to square root of U square plus V square plus W square minus D. It shows that the given equation x square plus y square plus z square plus 2ux plus 2vy plus 2wz plus d is equal to 0 has center A, B, C, that is minus u minus v and minus w, and radius root u square plus v square plus w square minus d. Therefore, the given equation represents a sphere. Let us see the conditions of a sphere. The first condition of a sphere is a second degree equation in x, y and z. The second condition is the coefficient of x square, y square and z square are equal. The third condition is the term containing xy, yz and zx are absent. Also, we have to remember the following two notes while solving the examples. The first note is, first of all, make the coefficients of x square, y square and z square equal to 1. This is one of the most important note while solving the example. The second important note is, to find the center, we have to divide the coefficients of x, y and z by minus 2. If we divide the coefficient of x, y and z by minus 2, we will get this center, and by using this center we can find the radius also. Find the center and radius of the sphere x square plus y square plus z square plus 4x minus 8y plus 4z plus 1 is equal to 0. To solve this example, we have to compare the given equation with the general form of the sphere. Comparing with the general form of the sphere, that is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2ux plus 2vy plus 2wz plus d is equal to 0. If you compare with this equation, we will come to know that in place of 2u we have 4, in place of 2v we have minus 8, and in place of 2w we have 4. So we can write it as 2u is equal to 4. That implies u is equal to 2. So here this 2 ones are and 2 twos are get cancels. So you will get u is equal to 2. Similarly, the value of 2v is equal to, so this is the coefficient of y. The coefficient of y in the formula is 2v. I have written that is equal to, in the given equation the coefficient of y is minus 8. So we can write it as minus 8. That implies the value for v is equal to minus 4. Similarly, in the formula the coefficient of z is 2w. So I will write here 2w, and that is equal to, in the equation the coefficient of z is plus 4. So I will write here that is equal to 4. That implies again you will get the value for w is equal to plus 2. But we know that in case of general form, the center of the sphere is, the center
is given by minus u, comma minus v and minus w. So that is nothing but, now you have to substitute the value for u, v and w. The value for u is equal to 2, therefore minus u is nothing but minus 2, comma the value for v is equal to minus 4, so the value of minus v is equal to plus 4, that is minus into minus v is equal to plus 4, and here the value of w is equal to 2, and here we have to write down minus w, therefore we can write it as minus 2. Now the radius of sphere is given by, so radius formula is equal to, that is square root of u square plus v square plus w square minus d. Just you have to substitute the value for u, v, w and d. So by given equation, the value of u is equal to, we have obtained the value of u is equal to 2. If you substitute the value for u is equal to 2 here, you will get 2 square. 2 square is equal to 4. Similarly, we have to substitute the value for v. The value of v is equal to minus 4, and if you substitute the value of v is equal to minus 4, minus 4 square is 16, and plus you have to substitute the value for w. W is equal to 2, so here the value of w square is nothing but 2 square is equal to 4, minus substitute the value for d. D value is equal to 1, so I will write here 1, and if you simplify, you will get this is equal to square root of, so 16 plus 4 is equal to 20, 20 plus 4 is equal to 24, 24 minus 1 is equal to plus 23. So this is the required center and radius for the given sphere. Find the center and radius for the sphere 2x square plus 2y square plus 2z square plus 4x minus 8y plus 4z minus 6 is equal to 0. So to find this center and radius of this given sphere, we have to compare with the general form. So before comparing with the general form, we have to see that the coefficient of x square and y square and z square always must be equal to 1. But in this example, the coefficient of x square is 2, y square is 2 and z square is 2. So first of all, we have to make the coefficient of x square, y square, z square is equal to 1. So to make 1, we have to dividing throughout by the coefficient of x square, y square and z square. That is, we have to divide throughout by plus 2. Dividing throughout by 2. If we divide to the first term by plus 2, 2 and 2 get cancels, you will get x square. So that is x square plus. Similarly, you have to divide to the second term by 2, 2 and 2 get cancels, you will get y square plus. You have to divide to the coefficient of z square by 2, so that this 2 and 2 get cancels, you will get z square plus. Now divide 4x by 2, 2 and 2 get cancels, here you will get 2, so 2x minus. Now divide 8y divided by 2, 2 1s are and 2 4s are means you will get minus 4y. And Similarly, here we have to divide it by 2. So 2 ones are and 2 twos are means E will get 2Z. And last, minus 6 divided by 2 means E will get minus 3 is equal to 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0 only. Now you can see the coefficient of x square is 1, y square is also equal to 1 and z square is also equal to 1. Now we can compare the equation with the general form of the sphere. Comparing with the general form of the sphere. So here if you compare, you will come to know that the coefficient of x square, y square and z square is 1, and here also the coefficient of x square, y square and z square is equal to 1. Now in general formula, the coefficient of x is 2u. So I will write here 2u, and that is equal to, here you have the coefficient of x that is equal to 2. Therefore, the value of u is equal to 1. This 2 ones are and 2 ones are get cancelled, so u is equal to 1. Now the coefficient of y is 2v. So I will write here 2v, and that is equal to, here the coefficient of y is minus 4. So v is 2v is equal to minus 4, that implies v is equal to minus 2. And similarly, the coefficient of z is 2w, and here the coefficient of z is plus 2. So that is 2w is equal to plus 2. Therefore, the value for w is equal to 1, and at last the constant term is d, and here the constant term is minus 3. So you can write it as minus 3. Therefore, in case of general form, the center is given by, the center value is equal to bracket minus u minus v and minus w. Just you have to substitute the value for u, v and w. The value of u is equal to 1. If you substitute here u is equal to 1, you will get minus into 1 is equal to minus 1. Now substitute the value of v, v is equal to minus 2. This minus 2 into this minus is equal to plus 2. Now substitute the value of w, w is equal to 1. If you substitute w is equal to 1 here, you will get minus 1. So this is the center of the sphere. Now radius, we can write it as radius is equal to square root of, formula is u square plus v square plus w square and minus d. So now you can substitute the value for u, u is equal to 1, so 1 square is equal to 1 only, plus, now substitute the value for v is equal to minus 2, minus 2 square is equal to 4, and similarly the value for w is equal to 1, and here if you substitute the value for w is equal to 1, w square, that is 1 square is 1, minus substitute the value for d, d is equal to minus 3, minus 3 into this minus you will get plus 3, and on simplifying you will get square root of, that is 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. Therefore, the value of radius is equal to 3. Now, we can also solve the same example by dividing the coefficient of x, y and z by minus 2. But the condition is the coefficient of x square, y square and z square must be equal to 1. So here the coefficient of x square is 1, the coefficient of y square is 1, the coefficient of z square is 1. So now we can find the center directly. So you can write directly, that is center is equal to. So here the coefficient of x is plus 2. You have to divide it by minus 2. If you divide it by minus 2, you will get 2 get cancelled, so you will get minus 1. And now coefficient of y is minus 4. You have to divide it by minus 2. So minus 4 divided by minus 2 is equal to plus 2. And coefficient of z is plus 2, divide it by minus 2, 2 get cancelled, you will get minus 1. Now you can see this center is equal to minus 1, 2 and minus 1, and here also we have obtained the value of center is equal to minus 1, 2 and minus 1. So we can find the center directly by dividing the coefficient of x, y and z by minus 2. The condition is the coefficient of x square, y square and z square must be equal to 1. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then subscribe my channel and share. See you in the next video.